Welcome to another episode of the Debate Circle. We kickstart this episode here at the Western region, and the motion for today is universal basic income is a necessity for a financial inclusive society. Opposing and proposing this motion is Matunda SA versus Bunyore Girls. Proposition Speaker 1, you have 3 minutes. Good luck to both teams.
Esteemed colleagues and fellow debaters, today we are gathered here to explore a concept that has sparked considerable debate and intrigue in economic and social policy. At its core, this motion simply wants to provide a society where everybody is equal. This is not just an utopian dream. It is a concept gaining traction worldwide as we grapple economic uncertainties. My name is Janet Avisa from Bunyore Girls High School, and I'm standing here to strongly propose the motion that says universal basic income is a necessity for a financially inclusive society. So what is universal basic income? This is a government program in which every individual or citizen in a country is given a specific amount of money to be able to sustain their daily lives. A financially inclusive society is a society where everybody is equal, where everybody acquires equal financial opportunities and where everybody acquires equal financial opportunities and equal services. So allow me to start by stating the key points on the benefits of universal basic income. Universal basic income provides poverty elevation. What do I mean by poverty elevation? UBI ensures that every individual receives amount of money that is enabling them to be able to sustain their daily lives. It is going to reduce poverty in that people are going to be equal. People are going to increase their purchasing power. They are going to be equal in everything that they are doing. An example of UBI that has been trending is the Namibian Basic Income Grant. The Namibian Basic Income Grant is a policy in the Namibia which has reduced poverty in Namibia by increasing child nutrition and school attendance. Another one is that universal basic income has led to economic growth. What do I mean by universal basic income has led to economic growth? I mean that by the government providing UBI to the people, it means that they are going to increase their purchasing power. And increasing the purchasing power of the people, it also means that the demand of goods is going to be high. When the demand of goods is going to be high, it also means that the productivity of the country and of the people themselves is also going to be high. They say money can't buy happiness, but I can assure you that UBI can surely rent it. Another one is that UBI promotes equality. Consider a country where the rich people are higher than the poor people. It means that these poor people are not going to acquire equal opportunities. In our own country, Kenya, people are not acquiring equal opportunities because of their financial status. So let us all come together work together and help the poor people. Thank you.
Everyone can make the simple complicated, but the clever ones make the complicated simple. So I, Gideon Victor, am here to kindly and strictly oppose the motion that says universal basic income is a necessity for financial inclusive society. First, she said that universal basic income helps to reduce inequality. Is it necessary for you to give the same amount to billionaires and those people that are born in poverty? That does not make sense. People are billionaires. For example, in a country like USA, they started their UBI, that was in 2018. Which they decided to give every individual $7. $7 to billionaires, it's little money, yes. It provides support, but billionaires, they do have money. They take the money from the poor and distribute it to both the poor and billionaires. So according to me, that UBI provides inequality and not reduce inequality. My number 2 point is it makes the people to be lazy. Laziness, there's no way I'm going to work and yet at the end of the month I earn. I just sit, don't work, but I get paid. It will make me don't have the ability and the wish to do work. I will depend on the part-time and not full-time. That is making one to be lazy. Another one is that it will give the economy a burden for the government finances. You know, how, instead of the government planning for other things like building of roads, job production, and they're coming here to give you money, you know, where is this money coming from? They will have to impeach higher taxes to these people. And you know, it will hurt the poor. The poor will have no other chance. They will suffer and suffer and suffer. But the billionaires, they are there, having fun with the money. You know, it does not bring impact. That is laziness. And will give it economic burden for the government. Another one is that it will make, when something comes easily, it is taken for granted. You know, like in Kenya, it was introduced at the advent of COVID, that is in 2020. They tried to introduce the UBI, but Kenya, due to corruption, it never gave up. You know, there's no way you are going to tell me a country like Kenya that the GDP is low is going to accommodate that. Who can say that UBI is simply reducing poverty? Who can say 1, 2, 0? No one can accept to that. That was my point.
Hey everyone, opponents say that UBI encourages laziness, but what if it only provides a strategy for resting? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Herin Achingowiti from Bunyore Girls. So, in a world where the top 1% own more wealth than the bottom 90%, I firmly believe, without fear or favor, that UBI is an absolute necessity for a financially inclusive society. Moving on to my first point, UBI can provide automation. It gives people, UBI, in a world where technology is taking the upper hand, UBI can provide a safety net for the negative effects of automation. In the world where we have people being replaced in their job sectors through machines, for example, in Kenya, we have Kericho farms where we have people who are working and plucking the teas. But recently, there are these machines that have been invented to help in the plucking of the teas from the farms. Where will these other people get their daily food, if I may ask? Please, allow me to explain to you that automation is taking the next step in the world, and people are gradually losing their jobs. People are gradually losing how to live because of automation. This is a very crucial concept in the society. We need UBI. We all need UBI. After all, who is not happy to receive money for just being yourself? Please, let us join hands. Let us work together to promote UBI, because UBI is an absolute necessity in a financially inclusive society. Moving on to my second point, we are going to talk about how UBI is going to be it is going to reduce income inequality in such a way that we are going to have people in the community who are rich and poor. That is a concept that cannot be denied. It is a concept that cannot be taken for granted. We have the rich and the poor in the community. But UBI is going to provide a safety net for these poor people to be able to meet their basic needs despite the challenges that they may go through. Despite what they go through in life, UBI is going to be able to make them feel as part of a community. Yes, they say that UBI will make them feel lesser because everyone is receiving. Even the rich need a bonus for surviving Mondays. Please, let us join hands and support this motion, because who is not happy to receive some money as a bonus in their life? Let us all look at the turbulent waters of change and focus on the next big thing in our lives. Let us look at how we are going to survive in the next few years, because UBI is going to help us even to create jobs for ourselves. Let us work together. Yes, it is not an absolute necessity, but it plays a very tool and important role in providing a financially inclusive society. Thank you.
Round of applause. Speaker 2, Team Opposition, you have 3 minutes.
My mama raised me up so well that she taught me that telling a lie or a rumor is a person telling a lie or a rumor will not look at you directly in your eyes. But to my utter surprise, the opponents were looking direct in our eyes, telling us lies and rumors. Was my mama lying? Further Evangeline from Matunda SA. As the first speaker said, for her example, that nutrition and school attendance, UBI cannot increase nutrition and school attendance. If I'm given money for free and I am a drunkard, I'll just use that money and go and buy changa or busa. Will that improve my nutrition? Of course, no. School attendance, yes, you have money for free, and they tell us we go to school to find education, to increase our future, and get that money that will sustain us in the future. If I'm given free money, will I go to school? Of course, no. I'll not go to school if there is money. As I'm standing here to oppose the motion, I'm not going to give you inane facts, but real facts. On to my first point, remove the initiative to work. Earned income, increase people thinking ability. People will work and be successful. But free money, I repeat, will not make me be successful, will not make me think, I will not work hard towards that objective of my life because I have free money. Of course, it will reduce human labor. It will reduce human labor. Thereby, if I'm given free money, I'll not go work on my farm. Why should I work and have money to sustain my daily bread? I will not go and work. I will not invent my future. I will not make it more interesting for people to be envious of it. Of course, the first speaker of that group did not define what is necessity. The fact that something must happen or be done. That is a statistic from the Oxford Dictionary, the 8th edition. Is it a must we get free money? And we have hands. God did not make us with hands not to use them. We have hands, we can make that money ourselves. As I conclude, UBI is not a necessity. It's not must I be given free money. Of course, I close my case.
You say that you want facts and evidences. So here are some facts and evidences. So you say that when you have money every month, you want to go to school. So in Uganda's UBI trial, the Youth Opportunities Program enabled participants to learn, resulting in increase in business assets by 57%, work hours by 17, earnings by 38. In Namibia, it enabled parents to afford school fees, leading to a decrease in school dropout, fell from 40% in November 2007 to 5% in June 2008 to almost 0% in November 2008. And there's a fact that you say that UBI is too expensive for the government. That was your first speaker. But let me tell you, in Finland's example, the government tested UBI for 2 years and funded it by reducing other social welfare programs. The program was found to be effective in reducing poverty and improving well-being. So here are your facts and your evidences. So if I come straight to my point, I have a question for you. So have you ever sat down and wondered that in the next few years, will you get a job? Look at the current case of the Gen Zs, a generation crying and pleading because of lack of jobs. But let me tell you, UBI is the solution. Imagine the chaos that has happened. Firing of all the CS, shocking, very, very shocking. Let me tell you something. UBI will lead to entrepreneurship and innovation, in that UBI will provide a guaranteed income that you will be able to provide yourself, you'll be able to start money. In the seed, there is an example of seed that happened in California, in that when they were given money, it was proven that they used most of the money to start up their small businesses and lead to growth. So ladies and gentlemen, My name is Claire Bunyore Girls, and I strongly believe that UBI is a necessity for a financially inclusive society. Everything that has a beginning has its finality. As my colleagues said, I would like to support the motion, and I firmly believe that UBI will help our world to move to another level. She talked about reducing poverty, something that is very common, something that has become music. Guys, this is our solution. This is the new revolution. This is the world that we need. A world where nobody is poor. A world where there is no generation gap. A world where every woman can stand on her own, provide everything for us. This is the world that we need. Don't even think any more further. Just think. Put it in your mind that in the next years, if almost 30 billion Kenyans are crying because of lack of jobs, where will you get yours? But this UBI will provide it. So basically, UBI is the support that we need. In the grand symphony of life, UBI is the harmonious note that resonates with humanity's deepest longing. In the gentle breeze that rustles through the pages of history, whispering sweet notes of possibility and hope, UBI is for all. Thank you.
Arigato. That's the Japanese word for thank you, if I'm not mistaken, right? My proposals here are saying that UBI will provide jobs. How? You imagine you're in your house receiving that money from the government. How will you get a job? How? Will that money provide a job for you? Will it make you to be a teacher? A doctor? Not even that much. It requires professionalism. Yeah? Will it even help you to become a cleaner? No. I'm just actually opposing the third speaker who said that it will, for example, that for the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are crying because they don't have jobs. Yes, the UBI will help them to sustain them financially. And I thought that you were going to say that if you get the money from the government and you are unpaid, you'll be in a position to support yourself financially. But that one, no, you didn't say. I needed further explanation that goes like this. If you're jobless and you want a job, yes, you'll receive the UBI, and a fact from the New York Bank shows that the longer you get unpaid, the longer you get unemployed, the less the chances of you getting a job. She says again, receiving money is happy, huh? You receiving money is happy, right? So imagine you in a parent, like 10 years to come, and you're busy telling your child that, oh, my daughter, wait, there's something in this world called the UBI. Oh, it is bringing us change. Yes, I agree with you. It will reduce poverty. But for instance, which parent will tell his or her child that, oh, what? Don't go, don't stay. Receiving this money is very happy. Actually, I agreed with my first opponent who said that it will cause laziness. Now, straight to my point. It will provide inequality such that it will lead to the poor, it will lead to the poor and the rich getting money, right? Yes, but what amount of government? For instance, in Kenya, we are approximately 55.5 million, and 38.6 are the youths. So if the government gives them a maximum of 1,000 or 3,000 per month, for example, in the advent of COVID, where it was accounted for, you see that the government will be losing more money. Then actually, the rich don't even need money because they are lying. They're sleeping in a pool of bed full of money. Huh? They're bathing in bathtubs full of champagne. They have money. They don't need the UBI. But the poor will receive that money, and it will help them. But how? Will it provide the inclusion society? No, it won't. I rest my case.
Thank you very much. You have said a point that it provides jobs. But my proposer on the other side did not say it provides jobs. We said UBI creates entrepreneurship. It enables one to be motivated to start their businesses and to run through their businesses. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she told me that She started a small business of selling vegetables at a local stand, and now she is a supplier. Why? Because she received money from a Kenya cash transfer program that was launched in 2019 in Kenya, in 3 counties in Kenya. That was, according to Wikipedia, it's in Kakamega, Migori, and Mombasa. The 3 counties used to receive a regular monthly stipend, and this enabled this young woman to start a business, to be able to work through her business, and it was now better. That is my point. As we navigate through the turbulent waters of change in the economy, we need to come together and resonate and say that UBI is going to provide a safety net for everyone. Thank you.
As a Gen Z, I'm unemployed. Of course, yes. You say it will increase entrepreneurship. I don't have the best IQ to think for myself. I get that money and use it recklessly. Will that bring entrepreneurship? Yes, your friend did what you said, but she or he had the right IQ from the mother. I don't have that right IQ to think on my own. I need someone to support me, but I'm given that money for free. And I cannot use that money if I don't know where it comes from. If I don't know the struggle to get it, I just get a free money. As I stand here to do my conclusion, I say UBI is not a necessity for financially inclusive society. Of course, I'll be given that free money. As I said that free money will cause me not to go to school. I'll be given that free money. My father or my mother will be given that free money. Will tell us, don't go to school, my dear, because that money is going to cater for all our things in this house. Thank you. I close my case.
Okay, let's appreciate both teams. Yeah, so the motion reads, universal basic income is a necessity for financially inclusive society. Bunyore girls, you've laid a solid case for your team, mentioning how this is going to promote a financially inclusive society. So I'm going to go to specific comments to both speakers from the teams. Janet, you had a very powerful start. I liked your stage presence. The bit that you were not reading also made me really impressed on your style and presentation. You had an excellent definition of terms. However, there are a few things that I wish you could have done better. For example, you spoke about it leading to poverty reduction, and then you spoke about Namibian basic income rent. I wish you could have gone ahead and expounded more on what this was about. Then you mentioned economic growth, and you spoke about it increasing the purchasing power. I wish you could have gone ahead and given us research-based examples to support what you're saying. Like, technically speaking, you gave us topic statements which need to be backed with solid research. So you need to improve on your quality of research by bringing on board different perspectives. You're a very confident debater, somebody who has a lot of potential in the debating world.
Thank you very much. I would first wish to begin by thanking both teams for making it to your first round. Much has been said by Jomo, so allow me to quickly rush through the issues that I had problems with. When you come here, always remember your roles. As a first speaker, you have to define key terms. Now, this is the catch. When you're coming in as the opposition and you agree with the definitions of the proposition, it's fine. You don't have to repeat the definition and all that. But when you're coming here and you start giving points that clearly do not integrate with what Prop said, then it pits a hole in the kind of definition that you believe, so that we are left wondering, okay, fine, so what does OP think universal basic income is? Thank you very much. I wish you all the best in your subsequent rounds.
Round of applause for our judges.